In the wake of the financial crisis, the budget debate here in the U.S. Was a difficult one, and of course we had a very large and expanded set of needs on the domestic front, and so making that pitch for not just continuing some of the appropriated programs, but actually recapitalizing and increasing capital at some of the development banks that are so important for U.S. interests abroad was a tough pitch to make, but the development banks, as people here know better than anybody else, really stepped up in the wake of the crisis, and they made sure that special funding was available so that in poor countries and emerging countries, social safety nets wouldn't get cut. They stepped up with a massive amount of trade financing, and they got trade after a kind of death spiral growing again, which was important for growth in the United States. And I think there was, interestingly, a recognition that the way forward, if we were going to grow here in the U.S. and recover, was that we needed to do it in lockstep with countries around the world. That's why we worked so energetically in the G20, because if the U.S. alone had supported its growth and other countries were not doing the same, obviously that would have undercut our efforts here. We needed demand to be boosted globally. And interestingly, with a Republican majority in the House, both houses, the Senate and the House, came forward and supported recapitalization of every single one of the development banks. I don't think that's happened historically. So it was a really interesting point of bipartisan support, and it just wouldn't have happened without some critical Republican leadership on the House side, and with people from previous administrations coming out and being very clear that this was not a giveaway. This was very much critical to American interest and American growth, and it was a really heartening, I think, example of bipartisan cooperation.